Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. You've tuned in. You probably want to know more about the Garmin DezL 580 North America LMT-S. Let's talk about it for a minute. Okay, most truck stops have these things going right now for about 250 bucks. They're normally 300 bucks, but they got them down to about 250. I'm not going to tell you where to buy it. I'm just going to say you can get them cheaper online. I don't buy my electronics at truck stops because they're typically a little overpriced at the truck stops. I don't recommend using your reward points for your GPS if you can write this thing off. If you're an owner-operator or a 1099 guy, you can write this off. So don't buy it with the reward points. Buy it with real money and write it off. And use your reward points for things like you can use with your per diem, like food and whatnot. Just a little advice, consult your tax professional. I am no way a tax professional. Let's talk about the GPS. Now we've talked about how we bought it. Let's talk about it. I like this GPS. I've been using Copilot. Copilot's an app on the phone. I really like it. I'll be honest with you, it's had better features for the last couple years. These new GPSs are starting to catch up with the voice command and this, that, and the other. That's why I switched. So I was paying about $11 with tax for the Copilot every month. It's $9.99, or you can buy a yearly subscription. It works out to $9.99 a year. And so this thing was like, say $250. That takes about 2 years for me to get my money back, okay? So I got to use this thing for 2 years to break even. But the way I look at it is now that this thing has similar features, and the big key feature with this thing, and we'll get more into this because I really like it, the app that goes with this. There's a phone app that goes with this. It makes this much more convenient and much more user-friendly to me. That's just how I see it. So, but anyway, Copilot, I liked it, but I figured with this thing, if I keep it for 2 years, then I got an asset I can sell, whereas Copilot I wouldn't, because I'm just paying for the subscription. This thing updates over Wi-Fi. I like that. That was my beef with old GPSs, is you had to plug them into your computer and then wait, a freaking fortnight for the thing to download the new maps. This thing downloads over my hotspot on my phone, or loves, free Wi-Fi or truck stop Wi-Fi. So I just turn on my hotspot on my phone, boom, updates everything pretty quickly. I like that. I like the voice command feature. That's a big one I want to get into. There, it just popped up. Weather. All right, just gave me my weather. See, I can just say that. I can say the voice command and it pops up. Tells me my weather for the next 3 hours. Sunny and mid-20s here where I'm at. So it's a beautiful thing. I like that. I can voice navigate that thing. I don't have to touch anything. I can work it all the way through. Like going down the road yesterday, cruising down the road. I'm like, hey, I think there's a Flying J up the road, and I want to stop there. Because I want some of that delicious concrete meatloaf. That's a secret ingredient in Flying J meatloaf. If you didn't know, it's concrete. If you don't believe me, wait till it sits in your stomach for about 20 minutes. This is my custom mount right here on the dash I built for my GPS. I don't like putting my GPS up in the windshield because it sits in the heat all day. And, as we know, electronics and heat typically don't play well together. This is a piece of one of those visor extenders you get at the truck stop. I snapped that off and screwed it into the dash. That right there is the only permanent screw. These others are just in cracks. So, made one hole in my dash to make that happen. But, I don't mount my GPS in the windshield. Don't like electronics on the windshield, number one. Number two, it heats them up, so don't want that. So here's the GPS in the custom mount. I like it because it brings it a lot closer to me, and it gets it out of the light, so I can see it better as well. I don't know, just something you might want to think about if you're, GPS. Actually, you can buy a smaller GPS because you're mounting it closer to you. It's easier to see. But let's talk about some features. Now, I do want to talk about the app. I'll talk about that more in just a second. But let's go through some voice commands, show you how this is done. Voice command. find place, loves travel stop, two, navigate, and there you go. That's how easy it is to navigate yourself to truck stops or places like that. It's nice when you're driving down the road and you think there might be a truck stop nearby, or you want to do something like that. One other feature I want to talk about too, this GPS does live traffic updates. So if there's a delay up ahead, it will notify you that delay is happening. That's a nice feature. That's one of the things I loved about Copilot, because it warns you plenty ahead of time. That way, if you want to stop and take a break and maybe see if it clears up, you can look on Google or Waze and maybe see what it is. If it's an accident, it may clear up. If it's construction, you may be better off just to go on and get through it. But I do like the live traffic updates. That's one thing that I did not want to lose when I switched from Copilot to a GPS. My favorite feature of this GPS is the corresponding app. So what I do whenever I look at a place I'm delivering to or I'm picking up from, I like to look it up on satellite view and figure out where my entrance and exit is, where my truck, where I need to be in a truck. Because sometimes they give you an address and that's like the front of the building and you need to go around a side street or something. So that's why I like this. Let me tell you how I do this. I go on Google, I drop a pin at the entrance I need, and that'll give you GPS coordinates. I copy those GPS coordinates, I go into the app of the GPS, I put those coordinates, it just copy and paste, drop it right in there, and then it'll bring up, the thing, and then it'll offer you send to GPS. I hit send, boom, those coordinates are put in they come up on my GPS, and I just hit go, and it navigates to that coordinates. I really like that, So be sure to use that feature, because a lot of people just punch in the address, and a lot of times that address will lead you to riding, circling the block, doing things like that. So that's my favorite feature of the GPS. I don't have the volume on mine. So I don't like it when it talks to me all day, I just watch, and I'll be honest with you. I research my my route and my delivery addresses to the point to where the GPS on the dash is more of a reminder saying, hey, you need to turn on, Highway 155 or whatever, like it's not, I need it every minute of every day to tell me exactly what to do, and this one's got the typical other things along with it, like, speed notification, if you're going over speed or whatever, I turn all that. I don't need things beeping and clicking at me all day, you know what I mean? So I turned all that off, but it's on there. It's got the typical GPS stuff. It's got a little tool thing that pops up on the side of the screen. I do kind of like that. You can look up things like your turns, the weather, the traffic. Let's see what else you got on there. You can look at your trip data, and you can change your route. So those are all nice little things that'll pop up on the side of the screen. But I've been rocking it for about a week now. I had some troubles getting used to using it, but it's okay. I figured some stuff out, like how to change my route, because a lot of times I'm not, I don't look, like I said, I plan my route out. I don't need the GPS to tell me every turn, do this, do that, because a lot of times I like to go around the toll roads, but I don't want to turn toll roads off on there because sometimes I use toll roads. So I like to just, know my route, and I'll change it. You just click on the map and say, hey, route through here, boom, boom, boom. But overall, I give it probably like, a 9 out of 10 so far. It's really not goofed up too much on me. It's not giving me a hard time. So I like that. Yeah, hands-free. voice activated, got smart notifications. I like all that stuff, and it Wi-Fi updates. That's a big one for me. But that's it, guys. Buy yourself one of these if you feel like you need one. $250 going right at the truck stops. You can probably find them a little cheaper online, just saying. Anyway, guys, take care of each other out there. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, or at least think about it. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.